Poland is preparing for the worst. They have deployed 10,000 soldiers to the border. This one with Belarus. There has been talk of the Ukraine war spilling over, of other countries being dragged in. Looks like Poland is not taking any chances. 10,000 soldiers is a lot. It is not a half measure. It is a strong signal of intent. But what are these deployments aimed at? 4,000 soldiers will support the border guard, basically man the fences. The remaining 6,000 will be held in reserve. They will be called into action if necessary. Poland says the idea is to scare away the aggressor. Listen in.
We have to be ready for any scenario on the Poland-Belarus border. We do not exclude any, and that is why we decided to move the army closer to the border with Belarus to strengthen the border, to scare away the aggressor. That's what we mean, to scare away the aggressor so that the aggressor does not dare to attack Poland.
So how serious is this threat? Talk of a war spilling over began in the month of July. That's when Wagner mercenaries began settling in Belarus. Poland says it's all a ruse, that Wagner could use Belarus as a staging ground to attack them. How has Belarus responded? Well, their president Lukashenko did joke about Wagner going to Poland, but officially they have rejected such claims. There is history, there is a history of bad blood between these two countries, Poland and Belarus. And the border is a key part of it. It is around 400 kilometers long. Poland says Belarus is weaponizing this border. How is that? By waging a hybrid war. Warsaw has accused Belarus of pushing illegal migrants into their country. Around 19,000 people tried to cross the border this year. 16,000 people tried the same last year. In July, Poland's prime minister floated a theory. He said Wagner fighters could pose as migrants and enter their country, which is certainly possible. But so far, there is no evidence that it's happening. The only escalation came on August the 1st. Poland accused 2 Belarusian helicopters of entering their territory. Reports say they flew 2 kilometers into Poland. Again, no evidence. Belarus has dismissed the claim as a lie. So what exactly is happening here? Could Belarus actually be plotting an attack? If they are, they must have Russia's support. After all, Poland is a NATO ally. Belarus would not risk attacking them without Putin's green signal. Even then, it is unlikely. Russia is not making much progress in Ukraine, so why open a second front to the north? And that too against a NATO country. There are 2 theories that could explain this escalation, this war of words. Number one, Russia and Belarus are testing NATO. Maybe they're trying to gauge the alliance's defense, hence the Wagner threat and the minor chopper incursion. And number 2, Poland is making a big deal out of nothing. They have elections in October this year. Inflation is in double digits, was rather in double digits last month. So maybe this is all a populist stunt, an attempt to rally the voters behind a security threat. The fact is we can't be sure. And Poland is not the only country talking about hybrid warfare. Latvia is doing the same. They have beefed up security along the border with Belarus. Their president visited the region this week. He asked NATO and Europe to take hybrid warfare seriously. Listen to this now.
Our friends and allies in NATO and the European Union need to understand that in hybrid warfare, the least possible scenario would be the kind of classic military operations. I think hybrid operations are the most likely scenarios that we have to count on.
The situation is tense right now. Belarus is conducting a military drill near its border with Poland. On the other side, there are more than 10,000 Polish soldiers. So the risk is obvious. Even Russia is planning new deployments. The defense minister talked about quote-unquote new threats near the western border. He says an adequate response will be given.
Threats to Russia's military security require a timely and adequate response. We will discuss the necessary measures to neutralize them at the meeting and make appropriate decisions.
Meanwhile, in Ukraine, the war is escalating. Russia has increased attacks in the northeast. So Kiev has ordered an evacuation. People from 37 settlements have been asked to leave. It is not a choice. It is a mandatory evacuation. Another flashpoint is Zaporizhia. Take a look at these pictures from there. Dozens of buildings have been razed to the ground. Those standing are deserted. It's like a ghost town of destroyed buildings. But Kiev is not giving up. They could soon have a new weapons package. Joe Biden has asked the U.S. Congress for more money. How much more money? Around $24 billion. The US has already given aid worth 113 billion since the war began. 113 billion already given. It could soon be 137 billion. So that's where things stand. Fears of a spillover, large-scale evacuations, and more multi-billion-dollar weapons packages. It's like nothing has changed since February 2022.